Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for yet another moment of Private Transformation Minutes. This is Dala Alfonso, all the way from Omaha, Nebraska. And tonight I'm excited because we're continuing our series on developing credible relationships with a specific focus on social media. We started yesterday talking about why am I on social media? That was the question that we're going to be discussing this week and maybe next week. I don't know how long it's going to take us to do this, but that question, that all-important question, is something that we all ought to be pondering about. We ought to be thinking about. Why am I on social media? Interestingly, during the course of the last 24 to 48 hours, I've had the opportunity of, speaking with people. I've heard people send me notes or messages to say, you know what? I don't even know why I'm on social media. In fact, one interesting story that came from one of my proteges was that the pastor mentioned to this individual that, get on social media. And this person did not know why. And so they were wondering, why is my pastor asking me to get on social media? But all the same, the individual decided to get on social media for one reason, because the person's pastor was on social media, and so it must be a good thing. So it's really interesting that when every one of us takes time to think about this, we begin to wonder, why am I really here? And so what I want to do during this series is just to open your eyes and help point you in the right direction to ensure that your time is invested properly and that you're actually using it properly to make a difference within your sphere of influence, especially with your friends, family, co-workers, and everybody else that you interact with. Because today you have to remember that our lives is out there. You can, as long as you get on social media, trust me, you have already removed most, if not all, of the privacy in your life, except if you're somebody who has mastered the art of running online and still being able to keep a life of your own. Now, before we go further, let me lay a very important foundation. Social media, or time on social media, is very expensive. And let me explain why. If you're in places like the United States and other advanced countries where Wi-Fi capabilities and data and all of that stuff is pretty much available at every nook and corner, you think that being on social media is not expensive. That is true. But if you're in places where you have to buy data for every time that you browse, every time you go online or do anything interactively, then you'll find out that data is expensive. But let me take this one step further, and I want you to think about this, because we're trying to ask the question, we're trying to answer this question, why am I on social media? But I want to lay this foundation first. Now, data is expensive. That means it costs you money. You need money to have data, right? Good. So now, what do you use to get money? It's called work. It's called time. So you invest your skills, your talent, and your abilities. You invest your time in exchange for money. You use that money to get data, and that data is now what is used on social media. Essentially, you are using this four-letter word to trade for your time on social media. It is called life. Because the energy, the time that you use to get what you need to buy data or to get online is a product of your life. And in addition to that, every minute and second that you spend or you use on social media, you are spending this thing called time, and time is the measure of your life. Are you following me? So now, if you're using your life to create the platform for you to get on social media, and after you've gotten on social media, you're also using your life to be on social media, then don't you think it is important enough for you to ask yourself this question, why am I there? Because anything that you do without a clear sense of purpose will inevitably end up in abuse. That is a known fact. So you're using your life to get access to social media. You're using your life in order for you to be on social media. So why are you there? Why are you on social media? You see, the thing about life is this. You are either spending it or you are investing it. With life, there are no gray areas. With life in itself, there is no sitting on the fence. You are either investing every second or you are blowing it. You're using it. You see, anything that is given to you as a gift or providence has to be meticulously guarded. Otherwise, it will either end up in abuse or it will end up in being misused, or it will end up being wasted. And so that is why this question is so important. Your life cannot be wasted. Remember, private transformation is all about opening your eyes to the things that shape who you are. Private transformation is about helping you to become an uncommon person, a person of uncommon wisdom, a person of uncommon knowledge, so that you can bring about influence, you can bring about a needed change to your sphere of life. So think about this question. Why am I on social media? Are you there to be entertained? Are you there because everybody else is there? Are you there because you are pressured into it? Are you there because you saw this thing and you accidentally downloaded it? Why are you on social media? I can ask this question so many ways, but I really wish you can take a moment to think about this and answer that question. Because if you cannot answer the question as to why you are on social media, then it means that you are burning and wasting your life and not even know it. Today, business or whatever it is that we do in life has an online presence. Now remember, being online is different from being on social media. Those are two different things. When I'm talking about being online, I mean basically you're on the internet, you're checking your emails, you are communicating with folks, you are making phone calls. That is all good and dandy. That is great. Technology provides us that platform. But I'm talking specifically about social media. And when I'm talking about social media, I'm referring to the Facebooks, I'm referring to the Instagrams, I'm referring to things like YouTube and all those other platforms that provide interaction. I'm not talking about communication platforms. I'm talking about those platforms for social interaction. So think about it. We will continue this series with our next episode. But I want you to think first about this all-important question. Why am I on social media? If you can answer that question, great, you are ready for the next step. If you can't answer the question, great, you are ready for the next step. So I look forward to another exciting moment of being able to connect with you again on Private Transformation Minutes. If you've not connected with us, please take the time, go to our page, www.privatetransformation.com, and sign up with us or like our page, and be sure to share this video, because one of our goals and our intention is not only to bring about a change in your life starting with you, but also to be able to help you bring about change in the lives of the people around you. So be sure to share this video. Don't just like it and move on. Be sure to share this video with everybody within your sphere of influence. So God bless you, and I will look forward to being with you again shortly on Private Transformation Minutes.